Hello, my name is Mooncat and welcome to my 2021 summer event First Impressions. Now sadly, I will not be around when the event starts on the beta server, but the announcement is already out, so I can at least go through that, go over the event mechanics, which seem to be unchanged, and then have a look at the new main building, which I imagine is what you are most interested in seeing. So, the event, it'll run for 3 weeks as usual. That seems to be the standard time now for events. I don't think I need to read through all of this. But yeah, the way it works is that there is this wheel, the Wheel of Fortune, that we know from previous years. In order to play, you need a doubloon to spin the wheel, and to get a doubloon, you need to either complete quests as usual. You can also get them through daily logins and through incidents as usual. And then, of course, for diamonds if you want to buy more. So the way this works, if you're not familiar, is that you spin the wheel and you will land on one of these rewards. And then you will get that reward. You'll see that there are 3 different colors. This is roughly how valuable each reward is. You have a couple of silver rewards, 1 gold reward, which is the main one, and then you have a couple of other rewards that are less interesting. And you can see that you have 1 of the main reward, you have 2 of each of the silver ones, and then 4 of each of these green ones, the more common rewards. So after all of these 4 have been picked up, you can no longer land on this, and you have 1 fewer options to land on. What makes this event kind of unique is that this wheel here is shared with all your neighbors. So that means that you are not the only one that is spinning this wheel. All of your neighbors are spinning this wheel, which can make for really interesting situations. For example, one way to play this event, and probably the best way to play this event, is to always keep an eye on the wheel, which of course can be really tiring, so I definitely understand that not a lot of people can do that. But the best way to play this event is to keep an eye on the wheel, and then when your neighbors have picked up a lot of the less interesting rewards, you try to snipe or steal the main or the big reward in that given wheel. And that way you might be able to get a lot of rewards, but on the flip side, people will also do the same to you if they run, so you might also have rewards stolen or sniped from you, which kind of makes this, in a way, both a social and kind of an anti-social event. You have to interact with your neighbors, but this interaction is often negative, at least for one of the parts. So for me personally, I'm not a big fan of this event, but it's an interesting concept at least, so it's fine that it returns. Now you can refresh the wheel, which will refresh all these rewards, and it will also replenish the amount of rewards, so all of these green ones will go back to 4 available rewards, and so on. And that's another thing you can do if you want to mess with your neighbors when they get close to getting the main reward. Having picked up most of the other rewards, you can refresh the wheel, which is really annoying for them. So yeah, don't do that unless you really want to mess with, I don't know, one of your enemies perhaps. The grand prizes you can see here, for each spin you do, you advance a couple of steps, between 1 and 3 steps. Then when you advance all the way to the end here, I believe that is 20 steps, you get the grand prize. And now, judging by this image here, it seems like you will get an upgrade kit for the new main building every other grand prize. So yeah. In addition to that, here you can see one of the new buildings, but this can also be previous buildings. So here you have the Governor's Villa, it's returning. Also the Crow's Nest, so these are really popular buildings. The Governor's Villa is a really good attack building, gives units as well, so this is really good. And then you have the Crow's Nest, or Lighthouse as I like to call it, which gives quite a lot of resources and the occasional diamonds, so definitely some nice buildings. Although, at least if you're not able to spend a lot of time, you'll probably not get a lot of them, but if you're lucky, you might get a few. So with that, let's move on to what I imagine most of you are interested in. Let's look at the new grand prize. Now this is in two parts, so I will start with the main building, the Pirates Hideout. It is 5 by 6, not 6 by 5 as it says here. It is 5 by 6 and it has 9 levels. At level 1, it gives the usual stuff, happiness, population, and coins. From level 3, you will have a chance to receive goods and supplies. And that to me and to a couple of others implies that this will have the same mechanic as the Crow's Nest, where you'll get some rewards guaranteed each day, but then you will also have a couple of different chances to get different rewards. So a chance to get goods and supplies, as well as forge points and units, which is really interesting. It'll be interesting to see how many units it gives. The governor's villa here is of the same size as this new building, and it gives 4 units, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see how many units it gives, and also how big of a chance it has of giving units, assuming this is the same mechanic as the Crow's Nest. And then also another really nice thing from level 5 all the way to level 9, it gives defense bonus, defense boost for your attacking army. So that is really, really nice. We don't know the attack values yet, but the building is 30 tiles, so I imagine it'll give around 40 defense for your attacking army in the highest ages. But we will have to look at the event when that launches to see the exact numbers. And when the event starts, I will I'll try to make a comment to this video, perhaps update the description to add the exact attack values and exact values for how many units you get, how many forge points, the boost, and so on. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. But as I said, this is a two-part building. It also has chain buildings. So this is a new chain set, similar to the terracotta vineyard and the the winter train. You have 3 chain buildings that can be chained below this building. So you have the shark shallows. All of these are 2 by 5, I believe. Although it doesn't say so explicitly here, I don't think. But yeah, I believe these are 2 by 5. So you have the Shark Shallows, which gives happiness boost and 6 random goods. So for 10 tiles, that is not a lot in my opinion. Then you have the Captain's Anchorage, which gives happiness as well, and it gives units, or 1 unit for 10 tiles, which again sounds quite little to me. Hopefully that is increased, because I don't think 10 tiles for 1 unit is worth it, at least when you don't have any control over which unit that is of the age. And then finally the Fisherman's Pier, which also gives happiness, and it gives 4 forge points. This is the same size as the Terracotta Vineyard chain buildings. It gives the same amount of forge points. So yeah, that is the chain buildings. They look quite nice, and I do believe that they will the sea here will be continuous when you chain these, so all of these borders here will be removed, I believe, so that only the outer border will be visible, which should look really cool. But yeah, as for the buildings themselves, they don't really look that interesting. The Forge Point one is probably the best at the moment, because I don't think 1 unit is worth the space it takes up. But yeah, hopefully this is chained. In addition to that, you also have the event hub, which will give you, the tropical cafe, a little visual thing. It'll also give you a 3-day 20% recruitment bonus or boost, which is fine. If you are recruiting a lot of units, it will be helpful for a couple of days. But yeah, nothing special, nothing fancy. So yeah, that is that. And you also have 2 avatars. You have Rel and you have Donya. They both seem fine enough. Not my favorite art style, but still look cool, and I imagine quite a lot of people will be using these. Quite like the monkey hair, looks quite cool. Yeah, looks cool this one as well. So yeah, some nice avatars if you are interested in that. But yeah, other than that, I don't have a lot more to add right now. As I said, I'm not able to record this when the event goes live on beta in a couple of days, which is a shame. but I will attempt to get the exact values of the attack boost or the defense boost for your attacking army, as well as how many units it gives and so on. And I will try to get that when the event is launched in a couple of days, and add that in the description and as a comment to this video. So keep an eye out for that. When the event starts, I will try to find all the values. And yeah. So yeah, other than that, hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this gave you a little insight into the event and how it works. Hopefully you are excited. I'm not too excited. The rewards sound nice enough. But yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of the event mechanics. But yeah, I can't enjoy everything. So I'll leave it there for now. Hope this was interesting. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the future.